ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we are here at my home racetrack, the Southern Oregon Speedway. A beautiful little bull ring located here in White City, Oregon. You can see the racetrack behind me. This place, when it's right from a driver's perspective, is a lot of fun, and they're currently working the racing surface, so hopefully we get something good. I always tell you, this is where I fell in love with the sport. Just, you know, a little over a decade ago, little Tanner was sitting over there in those grandstands, and I watched Kyle Larson coming up, Rico coming up, the Kading brothers one night. We watched other World of Outlaw shows. Like, we just saw all these drivers in their prime coming up, and you know, a lot of really cool races right here close to home, and that right there sparked my interest in, you know, wanting to be a race car driver. So of course that always makes it a little extra special when I get to be on track here. Now yesterday, unfortunately, I had a bad night up in Roseburg. You know, things did not go to plan. We ended up crashing, running third in the feature, and did tear up the race car a little bit. It's not perfect, our frame is hurt, but we got it all good enough to hopefully run today and still be fast. That might be an interesting factor in the video, just how it handles with the frame being upset. You can see we got both cars right here, but unfortunately clear as day on the right front down tube. It's simply just not straight is the way to put it. There's a kink in one spot and it's almost like a little bit low, and we'll probably have to just put a whole new front clip on this frame after tonight. So we're gonna have to see how that affects the handling. Weirdly, when you crash, it can make the car for some reason handle better and sometimes handle worse, but the only way to really find out is to get out there, run some laps, and see how it feels behind the wheel and how it looks going around the racetrack. So that's what the game plan is going to be, and then try to make it better every single time we head out. Anyway, gonna go get in our suits, then we'll have engine heat, then some hot laps, and then we'll be right into single car qualifying. So just wrapped up qualifying here. Unfortunately, a little bit smaller field than we had yesterday. I think we tallied up to 9 360s. There's just not a lot of local cars in Southern Oregon anymore, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and we're here supporting our local track, doing what we're trying to keep the sport alive, and all the rest of the guys that showed up are doing the same thing. So we all really love it. Ripped off quick time, went out late. Racetrack is much wetter tonight than maybe any other show we've ran here this season, which I think is going to be good because it's hot, it's a little windy. You know, this place does slick off quick, so I think having a little bit more water to start is going to be beneficial for all of us, and not eat tires here early and then maybe kind of widen out as we get closer to the feature. But lay down a good lap, and going out late as it was greasy, it just kind of got better every single time a car went, and you know, gained a little bit more grip to get around this place. So car feels good, even with you know, the little issue there on the right front. We're going to see though how it handles adjustments as we kind of move forward and see where we're going to start in this heat race. So heading out for the heat, they did a 4-car invert, so we're gonna line up second row outside, and that's actually funny, I'm right behind Carly, so we'll get a little action from both cars on our team here in this heat race and try to go 1-2.
June 10 for Carly Holmes, her career best at this facility on turn number 4, green flag. Second attempt to get one lap complete in the box begins now.
a good heat race for us. Started 4th and got a good jump on the second go. The first one, Carly and we weren't able to take off good, and she just didn't get through 1 and 2, and so we kind of were like, there was a blanket over the top 3 while the leader got out front. They called it back because they said the inside car kind of jumped, and then on the second go, Carly took off, was able to kind of, you know, move down just a little bit into 1 to try to pinch the inside car and block their entry, and I think she just needed to just get through the center, and if she would have drove to the grip, I don't think I would have been able to get around her, but she kind of got trapped in the middle, and I was able just to rip around the high side. I just sent it in there and was able to open it up and carry so much speed and get the lead. So that was good for us. Car felt, you know, right on the money. Really no complaints right now. We just have a 25 lap feature upcoming, and it sounds like they're doing a full invert, so I think I'm gonna be rolling off from 9th, which kind of sucks because we went quick time and won our heat race. So I figured at worst maybe we'd start 6th, but it sounds like they're doing a full invert. We're gonna keep an eye on that and make sure they don't change the lineup or anything, but as of right now, we'll be rolling off from last, and we're gonna have, like I said, 25 laps to get to the front. But track's starting to kind of come into its character. Still pretty fast, but maybe if they, and I think if they go out there and work the bottom a little, if there's a little bit more grip down there, a little bit more speed, we'd have 2 solid lanes and it would still be moving, you know, wider. So rolling out for the feature now. Racetrack, I feel like as the sun is set, almost is retaining a little bit more grip in certain spots. 1 and 2, you know, there's a little bit less, but 3 and 4 is where it's more juiced. I'm not really sure how it's gonna race. It's probably gonna be more on the difficult side to pass, and coming from 9th with not a lot of lap traffic, it's just hard for guys to get slowed up. I feel it's going to be important for us to try to move forward here as quick as we can and make work of some guys and try to get, you know, towards the top 3 so we can make something happen. Only have 25 laps to do it, and if everything goes our way, we have a shot, but it's going to be a little bit of a road getting there. So we're going to have to drive hard. Car should be on point. We haven't made a lot of changes tonight and just tried to, you know, stay close to where we've been as it's, you know, it's worked. But anyway, I'm going to put the helmet on. Time to get focused and get out there.
Here in White City, Bailey Hibbert, Kenzer Cox, front row. Here we go.
happen.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it didn't matter where we started, I guess. Got to the lead with maybe a little less than 10 to go and just ran a really hard pace. You know, a small field of cars like this, of course, you always want to have more, but there was some solid guys in the field, and they started, like the guy that won at Roseburg was on the front row. We had to pass Tony Gomes, Linder, and man, just made good speed, found something in 3 and 4 where we were better, and then kind of maintained in 1 and 2, and when we got to 3 and 4, that's where I could slide guys, I could run the top and make grip to them. That felt good, like I said, obviously not a lot of cars, but green to checkered on a track like that, it's not necessarily easy to go 9th to 1st with not a lot of lap traffic, so felt like we really had to work for that one, and it was tougher than most would think, you know, when you just hear a 9-car field. Alright, I gotta say, one of the cooler checks I have received in this sport. The stock cars had a big show tonight, the Firecracker 50, so they themed even the 360 check around that, which is just incredible. Love a nice big check that looks beautiful on the wall. Overall, happy with our perfect night. Had a perfect night here at Southern Oregon Speedway. Car was fast. This whole deal with the right front and the down tube obviously didn't affect our speed. It's one of those things, like, you almost wonder if that helped us in the situation, or maybe it did hurt us and we didn't realize. It's just kind of tough to know. You really just have to mentally block that out of your brain and just drive the car like it's normal and make adjustments like you would on a normal basis. And Carly, Skylar, my dad, all of us, we just grinded it out. We got the car fixed. I was the idiot yesterday and we got it patched back together to try to be the hero tonight. And I have to say that makes me really proud, because we came through some adversity, we didn't let it ruin our weekend, and we powered through to get the job done. To talk about the race one more time, it was fun from my perspective, but it was stressful just because I knew I had a limited time to get to the front, and if those guys got going, I was gonna run out of time. Simple, there's no really other way to put it. So every time I had a chance, I slid a car, I made work, and I just tried to run every lap harder than the next, smoother than the last one, and really just hit that exact same spot, which was in 3 and 4, buried in it about as hard as you could be to carry as much corner speed to get down the front stretch. And then in 1 and 2, I felt like if I was a little off it on entry, kind of caught it in the center and just tried to drive off straight with some wheel spin to keep you moving forward, but mainly keep the car underneath you so you could just rip down the backstretch and into 3 again, which that got me the lead and sent me to victory lane. I do got to give a big shout out to all my partners: RTR Diesel Performance, Carson, Next Gen, Lafarge, Pit Stop USA, ABC Powder Coating. We also have Shane DeWald Trucking, Canopy Country. We just added a new one in Champion Car Wash, Fast 4 Media, Earth Environmental. We also have Landon Transport, D-Ray Designs, Veenendahl Trucking, and Full Send Racing. And then of course my awesome crew, my family, and then all you loyal fans. I truly could not do it without you. So that recaps our night. Thank you all, and we will see you in the next video. Stay tuned, because we have a lot to talk about and what our team's plans are for the next 6 weeks. Deuces.